Okay. Are we going live now? Is this finally gonna happen? Hello? Maybe? Maybe? Okay, I think music A is a bit loud for me. No, that's not gonna help. I need to bring it down from here. All right. Do we have stats on this now? Let's see. I go here. This is now public. These are all private. And we have recording happening. Okay. I don't have, well, there's no multi-thing chat. All right. Let's see. Are we somewhere here? Are we getting somewhere? Do I have stats on this? Oh, live. Here we go. Stats for nerds. So let's see. Okay, it's doing 60 FPS. It's is it a AV1 encoder? No, don't know. Can't tell from here. Are we getting stream health here? Okay, now it's saying it's healthy. It doesn't tell me what the spit rate is. I wish it would. Please let me know if there's anything off. This is the third time I had to recreate the stream. What a disaster. Indeed. It says stream is healthy now. Unfortunately, no stream on Twitch. All right. But I think we are streaming at least. I'm gonna keep an eye on this. And maybe see if I can rescue this evening, because it's already 7:15. Okay, so today I want to look a little bit into the puzzle database. This is like a bigger thing that I'm gonna have to work on in the future. But, what's underneath here? Okay. But for today, I want to just basically, you know, I'm on the new computer, so I'm trying out streaming on it for the first time. But it's also more capable, so maybe some of the things that were painful to do with the puzzles in the past are more possible here. There's over 80,000 files now. In fact, let us pull the latest numbers. So if we run this, we should also have our GitHub open, just to make sure we don't screw anything up. I'm also not entirely sure if I was working with what on the old machine, because I'm kind of bouncing back and forth between the two machines right now. But let's see, at least I can do a right click here in properties, which on the old machine is painful. And here, hey, look at that. That is a low number. Shouldn't that be over 80,000? I am a little bit concerned. So let us pop over to the old machine and have a quick look there. And I didn't want that to be full screen. Can we do that in a window? All right, so that's the old computer. It's going to be super tiny because it's a 4K monitor shrunk down inside a 4K monitor, shrunk down into a 1080p video stream. But I'm basically just going to check, because I'm pretty sure I had over 80,000 files here. To 27, 30, 35, 40. It's already taking a lot longer. 50, 60, 70, 80. So that is worrying. Why do we have more files here than we have on the old machine than we have on the new machine? This should be pulling all the files down. It could be that I didn't push those files online. So let's see if we can connect to the server. We should be able to. Yeah, I've done this before. Let's see, beta. And how do we do? I think WC, bash count files. I think it's like find and then RC or something. WC for word count, I believe. Today is going to be a little bit of a messing around session. So if I do this, right, and I'll do CD puzzle, and I'll do this. So that's 81,800 yada yada, right? And if I go in here, I'll go public, staging, API, puzzle, and I'll do the same thing here. It's fewer. Now I don't like, can I change this up here? I'm trying to use the Windows terminal here, but the fact that it's punting my icons off the interface is a little bit bad. Can I think I can shrink them somehow. Always show tabs, use active title as off tab with mode. Yeah, let us do compact. Okay. All right. Not great, but a little bit better. So that's 80,000. Ah, man, it's going to be so easy to close these by mistake. That's 77,800. Why? Because this should be an rsync. It should... Oh, because I ran update puzzles. Yeah, that was the problem. And am I running it from the wrong place? Am I supposed to run it from here? I forget. Oh, I think so. So npm run sync API, is that... No, wait, not from here. Man, after all this time, I'm still mixing things up because of these multiple microservices and all that. Fetch API, oh, sync API. Okay, so we don't want that here. We want to run that here. And maybe that'll fix it. Good that I checked. Otherwise, I might end up with the wrong number of things. Hey Blobs, can you post a message in the stream chat just to make sure I can see it the way I'm supposed to be seeing it? Because I am not certain right now that I see what I'm supposed to be seeing. Alright, let's pull this down. So this should be fairly quick now. But I don't really have a comparison how slow it is on the thing. I mean, a lot of this is downloading and rsync stuff. All right, this is going to take a moment. So basically the idea is right now, the puzzles are stored as individual files, which is obviously, as I'm approaching the 100,000 number. Hey Blobs, all right, thanks for the comment, thanks, much appreciated. So as I'm approaching 100,000 files, it's getting a little bit difficult to handle. And obviously they need to go in a database. And once I have a database, there's a lot of nice things I can do. I can very easily have additional data associated with each puzzle. So for example, some of the things I'd like to do is, you know, for example, have the title and the username, the title of the puzzle and the author pulled out, maybe some other metadata, maybe have the completely decoded JSON version of the puzzle available as well. Just sort of, you know, the data size isn't big. That's not the issue. Then I can do some certain kinds of pre-calculations, for example, thumbnails, you know, certain things like maybe offline, I could do some offline rules parsing, like processes that take a bit longer. I've been experimenting a little bit with running large language models locally. So I can maybe put the rules into those and say, hey, get me a version of the rules that's more verbose or more compact or for experts or for beginners, you know? And by being able to sort of pre-calculate this, I can put it out there sort of almost wiki style, you know, have some puzzles, you know, have them these additional versions of the rules available, and then have the users kind of vote on them and say, hey, these are good, or suggest corrections and things like that. Same with translations and all this other stuff, you know. And then maybe I can do I'd like to do some collective data gathering. So for example, I know that people write the same kind of rules in many different ways. So it'd be nice to figure out how many different ways there are for the same rule, or translate the rules into a particular style. Like Cracking the Cryptic have a certain style, the Gas team have a certain style. You know, there's different sort of like people who post to LMG often write rules in a certain way. So maybe you could translate rules automatically from one style to another, you know. So there's all sorts of stuff like that that I'd like to do, and that it's not stuff I would want to run on the server or set up even to run on the server, but it's, you know, there's only a certain number of puzzles that get added each day, so I could do that in a sort of batch process once a day, pull the puzzles down, and then kind of process the new puzzles, you know. All right, why is this taking this long? Is it... So this is WSL1, right? So it's the same as on the other machine. It should run unless... And I checked, like, yeah, it's not even... it's not even super huge, right? Wait. Whoops. Yeah, the thing is now it's so short, but they're still minified, which I don't want. I'd like them to be full-sized while there's space, and then only minify them when necessary. Oh, this seems like the obvious thing to do. We definitely don't want them to be equal. Yeah, if they have short titles, this kind of works. All right. Are we done yet? No. Are we doing anything here? Is this actually still running? Let's check. Yeah, rsync is still running. The nice thing is, on the old machine, this would be busting the whole computer, while here it's doing something maybe. Oh, wait, is it still... Yeah, I think, yeah. This is a problem. So we don't want to, yeah, because I keep forgetting that by it updating those 80,000 files, it basically tries to restart the node process 80,000 times, because the node process is set up to restart when that happens, and that basically kills everything. That was a nice little spike there, and now it should finish pretty quickly. Now it's just the rsync happening, I think. Oh, that was stupid of me. I keep forgetting that. So I basically need to kill... because it happens to me all the time, so I really want to kill the process while we're doing this. The annoying thing is, technically, it's already set up to not restart on changes in those folders. So my setup here is incorrect, because I'm excluding everything. No, I'm ignoring the API, but not here. Yeah, the problem is, if I... What is the -E actually? I think maybe I'll need the ignore API thing. Those two, maybe I need them here. I forget what the E is. Nodemon -E. What's the E argument? Is this gonna tell me? Also, I got a copyright strike on the music where I have technically permission, but obviously the copyright system doesn't know I have permission to use the music. So I hope I'm not gonna get copyright strikes on this music today. It's just some random chiptune playlist, less likely to be in a big catalog. Can we get arguments. Child process, node module, line default override. You need to override. Okay, ignore. -e. Triggering events when node mod state changes. exec. But node mon-e. Specifying extension watch list. Ah, okay. I think I did this because it by default doesn't watch everything. So we still need the ignore API stuff. So that should do the trick. So that's finished now. Let's see what the word count is. 82,000. So the reason it's higher is probably because, yeah, because I'm in the beta channel here. And actually production is probably that number, 82,200. Okay, so we're over 82,000 now. That's it basically, right? Okay, I'm a little bit, you know, I started too late and I'm still messing around with this new computer and getting all set up and so on. So the idea is that I want to, experimentally at least, this is not like the final setup, but I just want to try because I think ultimately I want to just run it in MariaDB, like MySQL basically. But I might also mess around with MongoDB, even if it's a tool for kind of temporarily processing some stuff. Because, for example, I had some scripts that just parsed all the puzzles, but there's a lot of errors. So I actually have to do a lot of work and rerun stuff. And like reading 80,000 files and parsing them and doing all of that is actually, it starts getting complicated. But if I have a flexible database schema, I can just like, hey, I can run through them and say, okay, here is the base64 decoded version. These have various errors, and I can just add them in as I get through that, you know. So we gonna need like some Node.js. So I think I just installed Mongo. I think I have some sort of GUI here. So we have these here, admin config local. I'm gonna create a new one. I'm gonna call it PuzzleDB for now. Database name, collection name. I don't know what the collection name is for. Before I'm going to save a new database, the collection name must also be specified. Creation, more information. What is the collection name about? Database in the collection. You can enter. Oh, so it's basically a table. All right. Collection name. And maybe we'll do a raw puzzles collection and then have a sort of a second collection that we push stuff into as we're processing. So this would basically be the puzzle API, right? So we'll just call it API puzzles. So that's just going to be a raw set of that puzzle. And we're going to see if we can push it in there using Node. And we're going to get used to using Node with MongoDB because it's been a while. So let's hope this is not, I mean, this had some time to mature now, you know. Goddamn, sorry, I have something tickling my nose and it's annoying me. Because I've worked in the past with CouchDB and MongoDB and all the NoSQL stuff, and a lot of the times it felt like it was just reinventing things, and ultimately you had to build your own indexes and you had to do a lot of the relational database stuff yourself, and you would just slowly reinvent regular SQL, so it was a bit weird. So let us go in here and let's go, let's do a new one. I think we have a Sudoku data here. All right. All right. And then we can do npm install MongoDB save like that. And then we're just going to do a PuzzleDB folder here. Can I automatically rename? So Windows Terminal rename tabs automatically. Like, it would be nice. So echo. So I can just say title new. Command not found. Shell host $host. Ooh. Can I do this? No. No. Echo. Yeah. Set the title markers if you interact with the shell. If the above command doesn't work, run the following command. No. Set title ABC. No. So Windows terminal rename tabs from WSL. Yeah, it should work. Suppress, turn on the option. The tab title is a recommendation and the application can delete it if it wants to. Profiles JSON. Can change the title of the Ubuntu and bash tab in the profiles JSON file. Okay, how do I change the title though? Name tab. New tab from WSL CLI. Use the tab title. Use the shell's title. How do I set the shell title? Bash set shell title. How do I do that? Everybody just says, yo, do the thing, but how do I do the thing? This does not work. But it does nothing. Yes, exactly. This one works for my needs. Register guide auto prompt current directory on terminal instructions. Prompt command. Change the string on new terminal name with prompt command. Prompt command. Is that just setting? Oh. What is that prompt command thing? Prompt command doesn't do anything. Does this not work for Windows? Let me see. If I go here, right, and I'll do the whole echo en thing. Original title PS1. Set title. PS1 equals ABC. Oh, shoot. Oops. I think PS1 is the whole thing. All right. So maybe these prompt command. Echo new terminal title \a. Echo terminal title. Windows terminal rename tabs WSL terminal title. How does this work? Tab titles from the command line. Here we go. Rename tab is not working for bash. Turn on the suppress application. Okay, how? We'll change your terminal. I'm asking because I've looked at this and starts this user. Rename tabs manually works, but I would rather automate it. Following command here. Okay, how do I check that? How do I check that? It doesn't say. Suppress Launch parameters. Actions. Rendering actions. Startup. Because the shell has control over its title, it may choose to overwrite the tab title anytime. The project yada yada. Windows Terminal allows you to suppress changes to title to true in your profile. This makes changes to the profile. Yeah, it says this, but it doesn't say what that means and how to do that. Can I get some documentation about this? To tag. To change. Where? Where does this have to be? The heck? Settings. Profiles. Ubuntu. Advanced. This is off. Ignore application requests to the title. Okay. So it's not on. Or is it on by default? Wait a second. Suppress title changes. Off. Okay. Cannot change title from Ubuntu WSL. You need to locate. What is that? Edit pressure seat. This also works for Windows. You need to locate as explained here. I don't know what that means. Set to. But this is the bash thing. It's not the freaking title. No. Oh my god, it's such a simple thing. I don't know. Okay. All right. Wasted too much time already. Oh, that's why I need viewers to tell me when to stop looking into things. Okay. Yeah. MKDear PuzzleDB. CD PuzzleDB. Nope. CD PuzzleDB. All right. So, touch. testmdb.js. Okay, so we're gonna have a look at this thing from Sudoku data, PuzzleDB. All right, so, and we just installed this thing, and we should be able to do that, right? Okay. Okay. Well, it wants import. Can I change this syntax? All right. Yeah. Okay. Let's just create a little function here. Oh my. All right, today is going to be very shallow and exploratory because I'm very discombobulated and I don't have a lot of time left. I think this one should now be whatever I called it, right? So this should be PuzzleDB, right? Something like that. So if I do this and run this, it should connect and nothing. Okay. This does not work. Let's see if we even get to that. Okay, we definitely get to that. Mongo client connect. Maybe we had an error and it's just getting swallowed. Nope. Do we get to there? Probably, right? Yeah. Let's see. MongoDB, Node.js, async. Can we just do an async thingamajig here? So what if we do something like try catch like that, and then we'll do do we need to instantiate that first? 1 second. Acquire Mongo client. Okay. So client equals this. We can await that. And that's it. And it shouldn't get to end if it's... Okay. No, it does get. Okay. Okay. So we have a client here. Does that do the thing then? The thing, close the connection server, yada, yada, yada. Client. Not client, db, client.db. So client.db should be potentially a thing already. Namespace. All right. So can we do once db equals client.db PuzzleDB? Oh no. Yes. And then we'll output the database, and then we get to the collection. That's the collection. And then we'll get to the... No, sorry, that's the database, and then we get to the collection. DB, all right. And then we should be able to do collection, same thing, right? And it's just API puzzles. And we probably don't want to output these anymore. Now we can output something like MongoDB count items. Collection.count. Now I don't know if that's async. Okay. Okay. And then down here, we can do db.close. No, we can do db.close here. db.close is not a function. Client close. Okay, sweet. So that's our basic database interaction. I'm very rusty, as you might tell. All right, so that gets us to the database. So now we need to look at the files. Hey guys, hey Topes, hey babe. I got a very late start today. Had to restart 3 times, so I've only been streaming like half an hour. Okay, so second step is all the file access stuff. Now, I have done a bunch of work for that recently. So I think it's in here. So I'm just gonna copy some of these over here to make my life a little easier. And yeah, this was a sort of puzzle search engine thing. Account info. Look, but this is okay. This is not the. Huh? Yeah, I just put them out, took them out of the thing, so I wouldn't forget. All right, let's see. Counter info file name. So I think we want this as our current thing, our current path. I think this gets us the base path. Base path. All right, you know what? Actually, what we're gonna do is we're going to look at let's Mongo URL. Let us skip this for a sec. And we're just gonna output some basic path stuff. So we'll go to my git root public staging API puzzle. Now, is that puzzle or puzzles? Staging API puzzle. All right. And we want to list. And again, I didn't really want to rebuild this from scratch. So I have something somewhere here. Big short IDs. I think maybe this one. That basically looked at that, did the redirection thing. Okay. So const API puzzle. Path API puzzle. I'll do that. All right. And we'll do this and this. Read adhere is not defined. Did I pull that out of something somewhere? Oh yeah, that's already my own code here. Does this path not exist? Nope, it definitely exists. Okay. So redirection, redirectory should do all of this. No such file or directory. Scandir. Don't know why my nose is so ticklish today. Why does Scandir not work on this? Scandir. I'm not calling redirection. Redirectory. I'm not actually executing Scandir. Syscall. Syscall. What's it complaining about? Okay, that's stupid. Rebuilding SAS or gulp or whatever. I mean, the directory exists, right? So let's run FSP on this directly. So I should be able to just do this. Like that. Do I have to do path resolve or something? Node path resolve use home ear tilde. Is that a tilde symbol? Can it expand tilde? Right now, you can viably and reliably read from create directory with a tilde as a prefix. I'd say that this would cause a breaking change require. Now, one can viably and reliably write to. Yeah, okay. So, okay, node. How to expand tilde in path. I think I can use some sort of user variable or something. Like this, maybe? Yeah. So we can just do a path.join like that. Right? Here we go. All right. So then we can do this and this and this. And we're slowly getting there. 82,447, and I think it happens pretty quickly. Okay, dokie. Okay, dokie. What? So. Okay, so that gets us access to our puzzles. So now the idea is we should read them in and then push them into MongoDB. So how do we do that? Quick start, next. Database created. Create collection, not necessary. Insert, can I just add insert one? Okay. So what we're gonna do is okay, so the files each, what do they get us? They get us the name, they get us the full path. And I think they should get us all the let's see, files fast.length. Yeah. So if I get something like this, the last 10, right? Nope. The first 10? Or from the 10th onwards? Nope. Okay. Files.find f dot okay. F dot index of what we're looking for. I don't know. Bog novella. I just want to see how it looks like for not equals -1. How it looks like for paths that have, yeah, so that have this structure. Okay, so I actually need the original path to be able to filter to basically get the actual what you might call it, the thingamajig. Oh my god, the short ID, right? So node relative path relative, right? So what does it get? It's from to. So if I do this and then dot map, let's call it fn. These are file names after all. And then we'll do path dot relative fn comma path API puzzle. And that's all wonky. Hey GDC. Yeah, today it's super wonky, unfortunately. First time streaming with a new computer, but some settings aren't quite right yet, so I couldn't restream to Twitch, and I started an hour and a half late, so now I'm a bit flamboozled. Well, that's not useful, is it? Dot slice 03. So that should get us 3, and then we should be able to map them. Except that's obviously not useful. What if I relatively map them like this? Ah, yes, okay. Alright, okay. So. And I thought I had cleaned these up. These are not cleaned up. I need to clean these up. Okay. So that gets us the whatchamacallem, the short ID, right? And I think it should work for the regular ones as well. Yeah. All right. So we can do let short IDs equal files dot map that. And then I can just do short IDs and short IDs dot slice -1 -50. And yeah, so far this should happen pretty quickly. And if I go from 0 to 100 or like that, and if I go to 300, boom. And if I go to join these with commas, boom. And if I go to 1,000, I just was hoping to find some slashes just to test, but it's fine. I trust this is fine. Okay, so now we can let I Can we get the IDs out of... Yeah, we'll just do for let I equals 0, I smaller than length, short IDs dot length. My god, has it been this long since I've written a normal for loop? And we'll just do short IDs equals short IDs dot slice 0, 50. And we're just going to output these I and short IDs. Man, I feel like I am rusty. Like I was traveling for 2 weeks, then I was sick for 3 weeks, and I haven't done like this sort of programming in a while. So I'm kind of feeling a bit discombobulated. All right. So screw 50. Let's do 1. Right, so we can do that fn equals path dot join this, and then we can do let short ID equals short IDs I, and we'll join that with a short ID, and we'll have these 3 bits of data. If I put a comma here. Right? And now we should be able to load that file up. So we should be able to do something like let data equals fsp.read file fn. And that data might be quite long. So let's just output that length here. Undefined. Await. 4208. Slice 0, 100. First 100 bytes. A buffer. UTF-8. And there we go. Okay. So that gets us the data. And now we go back to our MongoDB thingamajig, wherever it was. Here we go. And then we should be able to just insert 1. So we should be able to do something like... now we can go back to here. Okay, so we have our MongoDB open. We'll do that twice, so we can see once we've added something to the collection. Const API puzzle. Do that here. Yeah, you know what? This is a bit silly because we're kind of going back to it again afterwards, right? So there's no point shortening it and then lengthening it again. So, oops. For now, we're just going to put that in here. All right, so we're not going to do that here. We're going to go through the files. We're going to do short ID equals files, yada, yada. Actually, file name is going to be just... Actually, that's going to be file name, right? And then short ID is going to be this thing. Like that. And then we don't do any of that. And that should work, right? Nope. Files. All right. 1 file, there we go. Let's make it 2. Okay, collection count starts at 0, 0 afterwards. And we're finally ready to put things into the collection. Ciao, guys. So now we should be able to do let res equals await. Now, DBO, what's the DBO? Okay, db.db. So that's a little confusing. db.db, PuzzleDB. client. Okay, that's the client. Yeah, I don't know why they would. Yeah, doesn't make sense. Collection. All right, so we can do collection dot insert one. My object. Okay, so we create an object here. Oh, what's that? That's some Windows thing I need to figure out how to get rid of. So we're gonna call that short ID. And do that. We'll call that puzzle raw. Something like that. All right. Then we insert that one. And I don't know what res will look like. I'm just gonna output it here. It's only happening twice, so hopefully res is not a total mess. But there's probably a reason I'm not doing anything with it. And let's run it. Okay. All right, so it gets us the ID back. And we get this stuff. Okay. Now, because we have data in it, we don't want to put more data in it because I'm sure this is going to let us put more and more duplicate data in there. Now we basically need to look up, see how we can make sure we're not putting duplicate stuff in there. And I don't know how indexing works with MongoDB, but I guess it's a simple query, right? So now we should be able to just say, okay, instead of doing that, we're just going to do let res equals await collection dot. So querying is just using find, huh? Find one. We can use find one method. All right. Find one. Okay, that just gets us a random one. That's not useful. Or the first one, I suppose. Query. Okay. So that's just gonna be querying by short ID. So if I do this and output res, what do we get? All right. Okay. No, it just returns the item. Okay. And if we do it with 3, res is null. Okay. So now we know we can check if the item exists, add it if it doesn't. And like this, we can basically process through all of them. So we can just say res equals null. So false, false, true. So we can just say this. If res equals null, and then we're doing all of that. Basically. And we should be handling errors, but I'm not. So if we do this now, we should have 3 afterwards. And if we run it again, we should still have 3. And if I don't write this, and we'll time it. Okay. And if we run it for the first 100, it takes 0.4 of a second. Okay. If we run it for 1,000, it takes 1.2 seconds. We run it for 10,000. It's going to take 12. Can we do this in parallel? We should be able to do this in parallel, right? Can we do MongoDB Node.js parallel queries? Can we do multiple queries simultaneously? So, for example, let's say we'll do a bunch at a time. And then kind of run 2 or 3 with 100 in parallel, right? Or can we... can we basically just have a queue and like 10 workers, that kind of thing, you know? Instead of having to wait for 10 to finish. Like, I don't want to do 1,000 simultaneously either. What if we do something like while I is smaller than 100. So let I equals 0. I plus plus, boom. So log I. So the idea is if I count up every time I do a thing, and then I count down every time it's finished, right? So this counts to 10. And the tricky bit is to basically wait until stuff is finished. Try to get my head around it. Basically, I want to have a queue system where I basically have 10 promises, and every time one of those promises resolves, the whole queue kind of exits. Right? That's what we want. And then we want to be able to... We basically have two promises. We have one that resolves when there's a spot in the queue, and then you have another one that resolves when the whole queue is finished. Can we do that? Parallel queue with promises. So it's fine with one at a time. Sequentially, parallel execution. Then yada yada. Sure. Concurrent promise queue. Handling multiple synchronous tasks, something which doesn't make sense to handle well. Better ways of handling large synchronous tasks, a proper queuing system with RabbitMQ. Yeah. Okay, that's fine. This seems way too complicated. Yeah, let's not do that. So let's just do an inner loop, right? So we'll just do for let j equal to 0, j, and we're gonna let max equals 10, comma, what do we call our parallelism? Actually, let's call it total 10, max equals 3, I equals 0, while I is smaller than total. For I, j is smaller than max. And I smaller than total. J plus plus. Log I j. If I do this, and we probably don't want to do that. So what do we get? We get I 0, j 0, 1, 2, j 0, 1, 2. So here we actually, this is where we're incrementing I. So we kind of want that. We don't want that. So it should count through the 10, but in sets of 3. 0, 1, 2, 0, 1, 2, 0. Okay. And basically here is where we're adding to our queue. Right? So we're going to do let tasks equals array. Or we'll do that down here. All right, we'll do tasks.length equals 0. And we'll do tasks.push. We'll do one of these things, right? So we'll do const insert new item. Insert new item. And the item is just going to be I. right? And then we'll basically do this based on I. So we'll do that. That's async. If res equals no, we do that. If res equals null, we do that. If res is not equals to null, return res. Otherwise, we'll do that. We'll do return insert item. Basically, right? Right? So then here we're gonna do push insert new item I. So that's gonna just generate 3 promises. And then here we're gonna do await promises.all tasks. And then here we do console.log done. Let's see how that looks. Promises not defined. Promises is not defined. Promise.all. That's weird. It was highlighted as correct syntax, but what do I know? What do I know? Alright, today's stream is AMS. What's this? Promises is not defined. Oh. Okay, so insert new item 0, 1, 2. Insert new item 0, 1, 2. Collection of count. So these should all return instantly. Console.log promises.all tasks.length. Done. So insert new item 0, 1, 2. Promises all done. 3, 4, 5. Promises all done. 6, 7, 8. Promises all 3. Promises all done. Okay, so it executes this once every third. All right. So now we've done 1,000 before. So if we start I at 1,000, and total will make it 1,010, it should technically do 10 more, and should get us there. Okay. So now if we do 100 in parallel, right? And we'll do console.time. And we'll just call it that. And we'll do that, right? And we'll start at 0. Don't output these anymore. Don't output these. And we'll do total of 1,200. Boom, 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 boom. And only the last one took a little bit of time. And we ended up with 1,200 at the end. And if we'll do it to 10,000, like that. Boom, 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 boom. We're at 10,000. All right. Let job name equals. And we'll just say job. Job I 2. Now we'll just say job name plus equals I. And then we'll put job name in here. Right, and that should get us a name and a timer. Boom, boom, boom. That got us to 10,000. So it's 25, like a quarter of a second per 1,000. No, per 100. So we might as well do 1,000. So that would be a quarter of a second, which is still fairly quick, right? And that gets us to 10,000 pretty quickly. And if we do 4 times that, that should get us to All right. It says half a second, but it feels slower. So now that should be able, we should be able to go to 100,000, right? In fact, we're probably gonna get in trouble there. Okay, and then now we have the insertions, which are slower. And as the database grows, it's gonna get slower still. And now we're actually doing some CPU. Hey, look at that. Are we doing any I/O? A little bit, but that's mostly OBS. Look at that. We're actually loading up the CPU cores. Sweet. Okay, now, sadly, we're not doing any processing. We're just pushing them into the database. So I consider this actually pretty bad. But it could be that there's something we're doing here that makes it inherently slow. Probably the fact that we don't have like an index on it or something. So let's see how we can add an index. All right, list indexes. So indexes, yada yada, index types, single field indexes. Create index. Okay. So result. Should probably do something like that. Consult. So console.log in indices. Indexes. All right, that's the indexes. Let's not insert more items for now. List indexes. Let's do that. I'll do that. And we died on something. Yeah, we'll have to rerun that in a sec. Let's put the indexes in. So collection count 8244, indexes, name ID, okay. We'll put a second index list here. We'll do res. Collection. So movies, is that the collection? Or, yeah. Collection. Create index. Sort ID. Now, what is the number? What does the number mean? Single field indexes are indexes that improve performance of queries that specify sending or descending sort order on a single field of a document. For yada. Title 1. The following is an example of a query that is covered by the index rated above. Sort. Title 1. Combat index is index that improve performance of queries by sending these to sort order for multiple fields. Yeah, okay, we don't care about that. So just 1. Man, I don't like, this is not documentation. This is just examples. And I guess now that I'm saying it, obviously it's not documentation because this is quick start stuff, right? Fundamentals, yada yada. Aggregate tutorials, FAQ, connection, troubleshoot, company. API documentation. No. MongoDB index documentation. Can I get like actual like manual stuff? Wait, why does this say 7.0? And this says 6. Oh, the Node.js driver, right. Alright, I guess this is what I need to look at. So index name, create index, name, field value, okay. Value. Score 1. Text, yada yada, procedure. Can't rename an existing index. You must drop and recreate the index as a new name. Okay. Default index names. Name index. Get indexes. Okay, well, let's try that. and just see what we get. All right, and now we have that. And now total is actually going to be short ID. No, not short ID. It's going to be files.length. And we'll do we'll output that. Like that. And we're gonna get the collection count at the end as well. And we'll see how they So this should be a lot faster now thanks to the index. It's weird how okay, these were a little faster than these. Okay. All right, so 82449, files length 82449. Sweet. And these things I should keep in some function. So in the moment we need this. Let us make these global just for a minute. Basically, I want to be able to do stuff like so console const init db So we should be able to just do something like this, then put this kind of thing in there. Then we can just do await in db like that. And then we'll do something like const insert raw puzzles. And we'll do, what do we need? We need collections. Or we'll just pass the DB in as well. Right? And then we can basically do this in here. Maybe we don't need these globally after all. So, be able to do this over here. Okay, I think that's all we need to do. And in fact, this thing shouldn't be happening here. So we'll probably do something like, we'll just do something like this, API puzzles, and then do create index. Something like that. And we'll do the same sort of thing over here. Something like that. So we probably just want to pass the file name in. And then put that in here, like that. So then this thing doesn't need to be aware of files at all. This little function becomes a little dumber. That's what we like to see. And I think, oops, I think we can rerun this safely now, which is kind of the point, right? Yeah. Wait. Oh. Like that. right? And it should, yeah, it should get through there pretty quickly. Now, interestingly, those in the middle take a little longer, and I wonder why. I'm currently doing 4,000, so if I do 1,000, so this takes about 9 seconds, right? Can we go faster? No. There's probably something I can do to check multiple simultaneously. But probably will make this code a lot more complicated. So we don't really need that right now. Okay, so now we have the raw data in the raw puzzles in a database. And I think that's kind of where we want it to be. And now we look into kind of setting up other things. Let us look into creating a collection. So, for example, let's create a collection puzzle info. So let's see, create an index, collections, insert documents, installation. Can we go back here? Collections, transactions, connection, CRUD operations, promises, not just drive uses a synchronous service. Yeah. Okay. Collation, a command, quick reference, update a document, create collection. Insert a document, such examples. And none of these talk about creating collection. Stable API. Only if all of the MongoDB you're connected to support this feature. What is that for? It tells you when to use it, how to use it, but it doesn't tell you what the hell it is. What is a stable API? I don't think this is relevant to me right now. Compound operations. Write operation, insert documents, create custom values. Where was what we did earlier about actually creating stuff? Relations. New. Quick start, download, install, create a MongoDB deployment, create a connection string, connect to MongoDB. Next steps. Okay. Quick reference. Collection find. Date, bulk write, collection find, count documents, distinct, find limits. Nope. Insert, update, erase, delete, count. Fundamentals. So it's not fundamental to create a collection. Okay, that's a bit weird. Well, that's pretty stupid. Can I search? Collection. Collections. Collections. Create a capped collections. What? Okay. No. No, just create collection. That's what I mean. Like, this is not documentation. Like, I remember seeing this somewhere, but if I can't find it again, like, what the hell? All right. So, let res equals await db.create collection. What did we call it? Puzzle info. Right? If I run it now, create collection. Cannot read properties of undefined. Reading create collection. DBO. So DBO is the database. Create collection, puzzle info. Collection created. Ah, I wasn't passing the database in. All right, fair enough. All right. So now Can we specify a schema? No, that's kind of the point, right? But we want to create some indexes. So we'll probably want to list the indices when we're done. Is create collection, does that return the collection? Is this a collection object? Collection, looks like it. So let's call this puzzle info. Right? Okay. And we want to create some puzzles, some indices. So we're gonna do something like console.log create index, and we'll just await straight here, because that's just a simple. This is an actual result, right? So we want to create an index on the short ID. And it's going to be on puzzle info. Okay, and here we'll probably want to, I guess we can reference the raw data for now. So can we see this? Can we see the file? View. Open a new tab. So MongoDB compass find locate file. Locate collection file. Where's my data stored? Always an important question. They don't want to tell you for some freaking reason. All right, it's all mystery stuff. All right. Well, it's Beeson. Okay, I still don't know where. I wish also there was like a console for it, like a terminal. Like, do I have to specify them on startup of Mongo? That doesn't make a lot of sense. I don't even know where it's getting started up from. Well, I don't know where the installer directory is. You want to tell me? Ooh. Can I just... Validation. Can I see? Can I see? I don't know where it puts the data. Did I put it on here? No. MongoDB Windows location of database. Database files. Oh my god, this should be such a simple question and answer. Really? Really? I don't... What photoware? God damn it. Oh, jeez. Why does everybody think, like, knowing where my stuff isn't any of my business? Like, what the hell? Well, when I started the server, I didn't start the server. I don't know what started the server. Which I think is going to be very common for a lot of people. God, so much stuff running already. Compass is running. I don't see it. Can I get an alphabetic listing? Here we go. Can I see properties? Don't see it. Why does it keep switching to a different display? That seems wrong. Why is this running? I'll do like that another time. Come on. Well, it's not showing me, so telling me that, oh my god, this is so dumb. It shouldn't take me this long to find out. It really shouldn't. Is it really C colon data? Are you kidding me? No, it's not. That would be ridiculous. Yeah, it's here. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Okay, so how do I change a setting? So I can just execute MongoD like that? So if I can, I can just do MongoD -- this. Or not, because for some reason it just lost it. Yeah. Obviously not. MongoD not recognized command. So cd program files, Mongo, nope, Mongo. What the hell does all this mean? Did it do a shutdown? Did it restart? Did it do anything? So it sounds like it's shutting down a bunch of stuff, right? If I just type it again, do I need to, if I just do this, can I get some info on that configuration here? Can I? Oh my god. Seriously? I just want to know if I have to like add equals true or something. So if I do this, use MongoDB, generate a backup. Stop the MongoDB, add the and configure a new data directory. Restart the MongoDB instance. Okay, so Mongo dump. Nope. Everything they say is not true. Only in the vaguest sense it's true. I mean, like, I don't actually care. I can start over, no problem. What did it say? So I'm supposed to Mongo dump, forget that. Stop, how? Mongo d stop. How do I stop? How do I stop MongoDB? It just says do it. Okay, that's great. It's like telling me, do the thing that you're looking at this documentation for. That's not freaking useless. All right. Okay. So after I stopped it, is there a configuration in a particular place that I should be aware of? I don't see a configuration here. Is there a config here? Where is the MongoDB configuration file? I don't want the one for Compass. Yeah, not for Compass, for MongoDB itself, please. Hey. So, I guess the file doesn't exist. All right. Tell you what, let's start over. Let's put it in a good place. Let's go in here. Let's create MongoDB. Then we'll create a configuration file at MongoDB dot, what's it called? CFG. Nope. CFG. Okay. What's supposed to be in there? These kind of things, right? So it's going to be under MongoDB logs, MongoDB data. All right. And then this other setting that at first I couldn't find this for. So MongoDB configuration file settings and command line options. Find directory per DB. Storage.directory. So what does that look like? Add the value. Okay, what's the value that I need to add? What does this look like? My god, this is idiotic. This looks weird. Oh my god, okay. MongoDB config file example. Holy crap, is that terrible. This shouldn't be this complicated to set up a configuration file for a freaking database. This thing isn't brand new. This is more than 10 years. 15 years old, MongoDB? 20? Bin MongoD. No, it's not. It's not. Unless it's here. Oh my god, it's here. Holy crap. It was here. Okay. Can I actually rely on this to actually show me something useful? Because so far it has not. Where does that go? Under storage, huh? So that's just a true? Like when they say Boolean, do they mean lowercase t-r-u-y? Or do they mean a 1, 0? I don't know. It's not telling me. It's not telling me. Just doesn't want to tell me. Okay, it told me the locations. It's still no examples of what it looks like. Okay, that's true. All right, all right. Holy moly. Access denied. You know what? Screw you. What the hell, man? This is my file. Give me. Give me. Can I just frickin' save the file? Jesus. Okay, so can I just restart it now and that'll be fine? Nope. Nope. Do we have logs? Well, we sure don't have them here. Do I have to create those files, those folders? Ay. Log. All right, let's try that. Well, let's see if we have anything in the logs over here. Holy moly. Sheesh. What kind of log file is this? Shut down storage and wait for the uplog. What? 2048. Nope. Oh, great. MongoDB error 1053. Mongo install path and some is not in the build folder, yada yada yada. Says some problem with MongoDB, I'll generate a config file. There's an extra configuration that causes the problem. What? What's it? SNMP. Hash SNMP. MP. When I delete MP, it will start the server. Okay, so some of these are not good. DB path. Oh, what the heck? Okay, these were all wrong. How did they end up so wrong? I don't even know. Oh, look at that. All right, it's not all doom and gloom. Did we have something here? No log lines? Okay, that might be a good thing. Ooh, look at that. All right, start it up. And let's copy the config over as well. Even though that's not the one that's being used right now. Ah, no, wait, that's a log file. Alright, at least I have a copy of this if I screw it up in the future. So, back to here. How do we show collections? MongoDB list collections. Ah, we can just reconnect with this thing now. Right? Okay, PuzzleDB, nothing in there. So we'll do initDB. And we'll basically do this. API puzzles. We'll do list indexes at the end. We'll do this, create index. Console.log. Create collection. API puzzles. Info. Create index short ID. All right. Indexes. Boom. So if we run this now, we'll get this stuff. And if we go in here and refresh it, Oh, did we not execute? Don't think we executed. Oh, can I access puzzle info before initialization? Puzzle info. Yeah, puzzles. Res is not defined. Where are we trying to output res? Here. All right. We have two indices. Oh, okay. We'll do that here. And we'll do that over here under API puzzles as well. So we can do something like this. Create call the ops, right? And then we'll do something like that. So create collection. DB ops JSON.stringify ops, and then we'll do something like this. Go dot name, and then we'll do ops dot indexes for const index index ops off. right? And then we'll just do that. Create index. JSON.stringify. Index ops. Right? That should create the index, and then at the end we can just do that. Then we'll just do collection, list indexes to array, and return. And we just return the call. We'll do that. And don't even do that here. So then we can do await this db and the collection. Actually, you know what? I'll do that. Let call equals boom, and that'll be name API puzzles indexes array this, like that, right? Await create collection API puzzles. List indexes. I think that'll work. And we'll do the same thing with puzzle info. So if I do this, should do that, just that. Sweet. Okay. And now we should be able to just do that. And that should just work. And because of the indexes, this should not really slow down. I mean, it's, you know, it's reading 100,000 files or whatever to 80,000 files, something like that. But that should be pretty fast. Now it's not fully parallel because it's waiting for the 100. So that's probably quite the inefficiency here. But it's definitely faster than doing them one at a time, right? And now if I look at our folder, hopefully we now have a PuzzleDB folder, and we should have a no. Okay. Well, you know, so I guess the data the collection exists. Refresh. Here we go. Yeah, puzzle info. The collection exists. It just doesn't have anything in it. Right. Whew, okay. So that's actually the only time we need this puzzle path here. Right. Almost want to one-line it just so I can do that. And I can do that, and I can do that. All right, so next step is pulling that stuff out. And do we want to link the raw data? I mean, it's probably not going to be huge. So if I look at that and I look at PuzzleDB, let's say properties, it's 150 megabytes, but I wouldn't be surprised if most of that is rubbish, right? Because I say that, but I don't actually know, right? So if I look at puzzle, let's say properties, it is 146 megabytes. Okay. All right. I was wrong. So under puzzle info, we're gonna just pull out a bunch of random data, and then and that's when I'm gonna call it a day. So part of the data we want to pull out, and I don't even want to think about decoding right now, because the decoding part is actually part of why I want to do this, because a lot of these puzzles will be broken in some way, and this will be a way of actually figuring that out. So we'll do a few things. Part of what we're going to do is we're actually going to do what the server does when it generates its own little index, or cache, if you like. So let's just see. It creates what exactly, right? So admin init, get file info, load file info cache. So what do we do? What do we do? Get path files, clean file info cache, load puz info. So we have short ID, but here we normalize the puzzle. Let's not worry about that. Okay, we have the hash, the length, the short ID, and the puzzle. Okay, so we'll do something like this. We'll do const create puzzle info async db, right? And then here we'll just do await db. Then we'll say we'll do a query. Create find. So if we do something like let res equals db, okay, let API puzzles equals db dot collection puzzles. We'll do puzzle info, and then res equals db API puzzles await API puzzles dot find nada, right? So MongoDB fetch all documents. So just find without anything. And then the result is something. Can we do a limit? Find options, options, find options, limit. Okay, so limit is limit max, exclusive upper bound of first specified index. Okay, no. So limit 10. Just I want to see if it'll return the full documents, because that would be a huge pain in the butt. So we got a find cursor. Okay. Node.js, MongoDB, find cursor. So how do we use a find cursor? Okay, so we'll do a doc of cursor. Okay. So let cursor or await const doc of cursor console doc. Let's do 3. Okay, so that gets us the documents. All right. So looping through all of these will probably take some time. So if I do this, right, and I'll do this, just a second. That's not bad, actually. Okay. So now for each document, we want to do some stuff. So we want to create a hash. We want to create length. And the puzzle, maybe we'll skip. And I just lost it. So if I do this, so we'll do doc short ID, something like that. So that's doc.puzzle raw.length. And the hash will run through the specific function, which is this one. And uses create hash. And I think that'll work. If I put that up here, and crypto comes from here. Do I need subtle somewhere? No, maybe not. Yeah, I'd never understood the whole import syntax change. It's such a pain in the ass. At least make them work at the same time, you know? Alright, puzzle. Puzzle raw. Alright. Alright, look at that. Look at that. And then we can do a few things with the short ID. So we can do what do we want to call? And then we know we want to actually add indexes or the stuff. What's the word? We want to do this actually. Right. So we want to also have an index for hash. Right. Like that. And I'm thinking, what else can we throw in there? There was something else I want to throw in there. The prefix. Sorry, the format, right? And the short ID prefix. So we can do short ID prefix. And this could be dot match whatever. So we basically, let me think. So we basically want a bunch of non-slash characters at the end that are not the prefix, right? And then we'll have a potential prefix of everything else that has at least one slash in it, right? So it'll have a slash, but this whole thing is optional. And then whatever else front. So if I do that, right? You know that regular expression. Start from that. Unterminated group. Like that. Okay. Can I do cursor start end type stuff? MongoDB cursor start. Find start from find I literally just had it open and now it's nowhere to be found. Hey Pooch. Hey Toby. Welcome home. Hey babe. Collection. Yeah, okay. So we get a cursor. Find options. Where do we get the find? I had the documentation, the proper documentation page here, which is so rare. So rare. Find options. options. Okay, operation options. Can I find out what the options are? These are not the operation options. All right, find options. So this is the one that had limit. Okay. Can we do a start from? Turnkey, short record, large batch size, cloud, large results, commute, ignore, undefined, max, min. No buffer. So find options start from. Skip. Skip. Because limit gives you the front. You know what? We can do something else here. Can we just do this? Can we just do this? For let I equals 0, I smaller than 1000, I plus await cursor. Can we just do that? Cursor is not a function. Well, it's something that we can await. Okay. I do a 10,000. All I need to do is get lucky and hit. No, that's not gonna work. 20,000. Ah, wait, no. That's not gonna work, is it? What the hell does this actually do? That's annoying that I don't fully understand what the 408 actually does. Node 408. What exactly does it execute? So what does a 408 actually do? Async iter. This? Or wait. What does node for wait do? Oh, come on. I just want to hop one off the front, basically. Are these supposed to be... console.log cursor. It's a collection. Alright, fair enough. What does that mean? Cursor is not defined. So it's an iterator. Sure, great. Node how to skip a couple of iterations of an async iterator. Well, but that won't work for an async. Yeah, that's really old stuff. Oh my god, this should... I know I make the mistake of trying to do something a certain way. But I find it infuriating because obviously this executes something each step and I should be able to do that myself. I just don't know exactly what the syntax is. And I should be able to figure it out, but I don't have the patience for it because I don't actually care. I just want to do it. Ah, man. So what we can do is... we can do for await of yada yada. Let I equals... we can just do this. We can do if doc dot short id dot index of if dot log short doc dot short id console and break. Should be able to break out of this, right? Not equal to 1. All right. All right. All right. And if we do this, then yeah, it's not. No, it's not gonna work. But we can do that here. Right. So basically, I wanted to find the short ID prefix here. Short ID prefix, and that should be... So I cannot continue the cursor. I cannot continue the cursor there. Node reset async iterator. I don't think you can. So if we do this, oh my god, I feel so stupid for doing this. If not y equals -1, y is true. And then if x and y break. And why do I have to do this? I don't know. This feels so dumb. And I'm getting tired. So I need to wrap this up soon before I get cranky. Okay, this is what I was looking for. So now we can do this. Kind of like that. And then we can get which items do we want? Which item, excuse me, do we want? We don't actually want the slash. So we kind of got to do this sort of thing, right? Right? Yeah. That does the thing. And then we can just grab the first item. And that'll be undefined, and I don't know what it'll do with undefined. Or if I should just put a blank prefix in there. Like an empty string. So we probably want to have a little function here, const puzzle raw to puzzle info. And we can probably get rid of that. Raw to info. Doc. And that's gonna be just basically this, right? So we're just gonna do raw to info doc. And get rid of all that mess. Don't have to duplicate that anymore. Okay, and that's undefined here. Do we want to exclude that? Probably. I foresee there's going to be some kind of issue if I don't do that. So we're going to do that. Right. We got to do res equals. Something like that. Actually, I'm going to do that. Just going to do that like that. And then we're going to do res.short short ID equals. Then we'll do if ready prefix res.short ID equals short ID prefix. And then we'll do res.length equals this. And res.hash equals this. And then we'll just return res. Something like that, right? So now we don't have that included here. And we're gonna call this raw length. Right. And then in the schema, I guess, we want to index on short ID prefix. Like that. No, that's gonna be down here. Okay. I think that's it. So we don't actually want to limit here. This was just our little test scenario. And now, all of these, we basically need to push something in there. Let's put that up here. And what did we do here? Can we do sort of a insert override? MongoDB ignore if exists. But we have to be careful. This is not a unique index. MongoDB non-unique index. Go to run, blah, 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 create index field. You can use the following code, especially non-unique index files. As an added bonus, if you want to use a unique, use the following code. Okay. Unique true. Well, that's annoying. I don't like it. I don't like it. Jeez. Okay. Node.js MongoDB create index. Can I just get like complete documentation on how that function, what arguments it takes? Man, it's so freaking hard just to get a basic. Like, I don't want a description. I don't need to be told what a text. I can figure out what a text index is. Please, just tell me what argument, because they use this syntax, but I've seen a different syntax. So yeah, if I want to do this one thing that they do in their example, then this syntax will do the trick. But it's, I don't want to do the thing. I don't want to do the exact thing that your example uses. I want to do what I need to do. God. And this is not documentation. This is just example after example after example. It is called documentation, but this is not documentation. Index is the field. See index field options. Okay. What are the ones? Why one? Why? What does the one specify? Like, it just states that you can do this and then gives you an example, but it doesn't tell you how to do it. It just happens that this code will do that. Ah. Like here it says or -1. What does the -1 mean? Why is it not telling me that? I mean, okay, that's a freaking Stack Overflow question, so yeah. A document that contains the field value pairs where the key is the index key and the value describes the type of index for the field. Ascending index. So you need to specify which direction. They can't just reverse a sort order. Are you kidding me? It contains a set of options that controls the creation of the index. See options for detail. Unique, sparse, true. Well, I guess every index needs two things now, eh? So we'll have that. Right. But we want short-d to be unique. Now the hash isn't necessarily unique, right? But now when we're creating indexes up here, so we now have something like this, IDX odds. I'll just do IDX odds. And then I'll just do that. Like that. And we need to rerun index initdb. And something I've left half done or half said. Yikes. Ah, here. Okay. Yeah, we don't want to run any of that. Cannot access opts before initialization. What do you mean by that? Ops. Ops. But this is line port 19. Why is that not scoped? It doesn't make any freaking sense to me. Existing has the same name. When your index name are not specified, blah 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 can cause conflicts. Please refer to your documentation. Requested index, yada yada. Okay. So how do we drop an index? Create index. create, delete one, delete, create index, drop index. Drop index. Use the get index method. Get the index name. So we should be able to do wait index, drop index, idx, object.keys, idx 0. Right? Can we just do that there? Is that gonna work? Error response. Index not found with name short ID. Index not found with name short ID. Mongo server error. Create collection. Send command. Index not found. Okay. Hmm. So let's see. List indexes. Name. No, the names are mangled. The names are mangled. All right. Drop indices. Drop indices. Drop a specified index from a specified. You can pass method either. Can I do drop index? Can I just drop index this thing here? And just do that. Will it generate the name properly? Please. Create index. Index was can't find index with key short prefix 1. Ah, wait, some stuff here worked. Short prefix 1. Why can't I do it with drop indices though? Drop indexes. Drop a specified index for collection. Specify you can pass them with either index specification document. Name to drop. Or do I have to do this to drop indexes? Literally, is that it? My God. That's a bit dumb and illogical. Like what the hell? So it works for drop indices, but for drop index it doesn't work. Alright. Create index, true, blah blah blah. So we can just do that here. We don't need to put that. And then create index, yada yada yada. Okay. And eventually puzzle info. It's got the indices here. I think we're just gonna do this and actually gonna silence this now. Oop. Because it's just a bit noisy. All right. And we don't want to list indexes up front. Create collection. And then API puzzles, list indices to array. Yeah, fair enough, fair enough. Probably don't even need that. Okay. We don't need to recreate the database over and over and over either, though. So now we can get to here. And let's do something like limit 3. And we'll basically do the same thing that we did prior, where we check if it exists. Can we do that automatic? MongoDB insert if not exists. Can we just do that? Insert if not exists. I want an upsert. Support for this plus next parameter update. All upsert true. Past yada yada yada. As a keyword argument. So that means API puzzles. So we should be able to do update. How does update work? PuzzleDB query parameter. So query update options. Okay, so the query would be short ID doc.short ID, right? This will be our conversion, right? And then upsert true. Wait. Right? That should do it. Update is not a function. Puzzle info is a collection. Update is not a function. Well, Node.js, skip updating. Your model update. Query field 1. ID. Set on insert. New doc field. True. Set on insert. New document. Set on insert. Query field 1. Is that the magic formula? God, this is freaking witchcraft, isn't it? Don't like that. I'm too much of an engineer for that. So it's not a collection.update is okay. Wait. Update is not a function. Collection.update. Puzzle info is definitely a collection. An update apparently is not a function. Collection count, string count, update 1. Update 1. Okay. So can we now go in here and see these documents? API puzzles. Set on insert. Okay. Set. Can I just do set? And can I refresh this? Refresh. Anything? Is there something to refresh here? Filter. No. What the heck? This is annoying. Why is this not working? We definitely have more. Yeah? When will you be ready? I can finish anytime. I can stop anytime. So you want me to stop? Is that what you're trying to tell me? Okay. Alright, end of the stream, guys. This is annoying that this is so convoluted. Like, I obviously have these different... Oh, I see. Promise. Was it that? Is it that? Yes, that was it. Okay. Sweet. Cool. Alright, I'm a lot happier leaving it there. Especially if I can do something like this. Let's see if I do 100 of them. Alright, not a big deal. If I do 1,000 of them, slightly bigger deal. 10,000, so that should be 10 seconds, that kind of thing, yada yada. Alright, let's get rid of some of this mess we don't need any longer. I think we're good with this as well. Alright, so that's 18,000. Let's see. So if I go back in here, I get now 10,000, and we have all this information here. Okay. Now, unfortunately, this is a bit silly that it won't let me start 10,000 in. So I basically have no option but to just run it like that. And that's basically it for the stream, because at least it's a proof of concept. I have a database, and now I can incrementally work on this data and like say, okay, now let's parse these. And I can add a status flag, for example, parsing failed. You know, like for example, I forgot the puzzle format. I can add that in now, you know, and then just have another pass running over it, you know. And hopefully that will kind of stop that cycle that I've had so far, where I was always writing a script in a standalone process, and then that work wasn't really used anymore. And then I basically started over the next time, right? Because I didn't have a good place to store the data. Now, this is only local right now, and I'm not going to replace the online system just yet. I want to get this to kind of be in a more polished way for now. But even if I just use it for local processing and then generate some sort of, you know, maybe a compacted format file, you know, like let's say, you know, all the hashes comma separated as a file that I can just upload and load in, and I don't have to generate that data anymore, etc. You know, a lot of stuff I can do. Anyways, rough start, no Twitch stream today, late start, all of that, but you know, streaming from the new computer, slowly getting to the point where most of my stuff is set up. I've been working with it, like I hadn't really felt like I was missing anything. So that was kind of the point of the stream. All right. Thanks for hanging out, guys. Take care. Have a good Sunday evening. And catch you in the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.